If we take a step back for a moment and just sort of look at how the landscape in information technology has changed these past few years, I think the thing that most people are concerned with these days is security. And specifically, we're concerned about these ransomware attacks that everyone keeps hearing about on the news. And it's really changed the discussion quite a bit when it comes to security. In the past, IT security was kind of looked at as an annoyance and a very costly place to spend money. Kind of got in everybody's way to do their job and things like that. And the good news is the technology has come a long way and made it so that we can significantly level up the security for our clients without inconveniencing them as much as we may have had to previously. A great example of that is multi-factor authentication. If you look at what even that used to look like, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was a little key fob you had to keep on your keychains, and it was very costly to implement, and people hated it. And now it's an app on your cell phone that's much easier. A lot of cases, all you have to do is just hit approve or deny, right? So it's come a long way. But to get back to what I was talking about with the ransomware stuff, it's a really common occurrence now for businesses, right, small and large, to be attacked and have these malicious parties break in, trying however they can to get in to encrypt all their files and hold them for ransom. And those attacks, they're very profitable for the criminals that are behind these things. And as a result of that money that they're pulling in, their skill sets continue to elevate. And they have some highly skilled people at work trying to break into our clients' networks and take their information. And that's where they're going now, as well as these businesses sort of catch up and level up their security and try and block these folks, or put themselves in a position where, if they are attacked, that they don't have to pay these ransoms. Now these attackers are trying to figure out new ways to get businesses to pay the ransoms. What that looks like is now, instead of just encrypting all of your information and holding it for ransom, they're exporting it. They're shipping it outside of your environment and saying, hey, if you don't pay the ransom, not only are we not going to unencrypt your files, we're going to release your files to the public. So, the battle just keeps going on and on. And as this has happened, what we have seen is insurance companies have sort of footed the bill. When clients have had the necessary coverage, and I'm sure we all know how hard it is to read insurance policies, right? So making sure you have the coverage at all in these cases is important. But these companies have footed the bill largely for substandard security practices in many cases. So how are these companies responding to that? Well, the insurance companies are responding by placing much more substantial security requirements on an organization before they can receive cyber insurance that they would call on if they sustain one of these attacks. So insurance companies now, whereas before they were asking maybe some more simple questions. How many computers do you have? How much is your business worth? How costly is it to be down? That sort of thing. Now they're asking a tremendous number of security questions. And there are several cybersecurity frameworks that are out there. It's just sort of a guide, if you will, an outline to really level up security in an environment. There are several released by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, the NIST CSF framework, NIST 800-53, NIST 800-171, more for securing our clients that are in the defense industrial base. And then there are a number of others out there from other organizations as well. SWICKtech saw this coming, and we adopted sort of a mixture of cybersecurity frameworks, but the big focus being on 800-53 and the CSF framework. And we've been working our technologies towards meeting these frameworks, which lines up great for our clients, because as they try and obtain this cyber insurance, the questions we're getting back are, hey, are you meeting this? Are you meeting that? And these questions that they're asking, they line up with cybersecurity frameworks. So some examples. Multi-factor authentication is a big one, obviously. But multi-factor authentication, even there, the insurance companies are asking for maybe a little bit more than folks are used to. We're still getting people used to, in many cases, multi-factor authentication just to get into like their email, which is truthfully not all that disruptive for most people. If they work in Outlook all day, they rarely even see these prompts after they're set up. Cyber insurance companies are asking for more, though. They want MFA everywhere. And that extends all the way down to every time you log into your computer. Now, that can be a bit disruptive. And so as smooth as we can make that, we want to, right? So we've engaged technologies like Duo and Windows Hello for Business to meet some of those needs.